Hi, it's Deb with Freedom from Food Addiction and the Congruence Code. And today I want to talk with you about busting your negative, limiting, old beliefs. So raise your hand if you are guilty of having negative beliefs and allowing those negative beliefs to churn around in your head and really convince you to hold back in your life and play small and actually almost justifying you not doing the things that you know you're here to do, that you know you need to do to really shine your light and to be all of you. So if you relate to any of that, then definitely listen, and I'm going to be giving you a very specific tool that I use, that I teach all of my clients at the end of this video, so definitely stick around for that. But I really want to invite you into an inquiry right now, because it's really easy to see how negative beliefs are negative and not something that we want. But I want you to actually consider, what are you getting out of having your negative beliefs? Because it's doing something for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going back to it. It's just like food or alcohol or any of these other addictive things that we do. We go back to something because it's still giving us something, even if the payoff always winds up costing us even more. And so what is negative thinking doing for you? And just from speaking with so many women, what I've seen is that what negative thinking does a lot of is it allows us to stay small. It allows us to stay hidden. It allows us to justify not becoming empowered, not doing the things that we know that we need to do to really step outside of our familiarity zone and be the person that we know we're here to be. So it allows us to play safe. And I'm really curious for you if you are at that place, and I hope that you are, if you're at that magical, beautiful, painful place where, as the Anais Nin Quote says, where the risk to remain tight in a bud is more painful than the risk it takes to blossom. If you are really at that place, at that critical place where the pain of how you are torturing yourself with negative thoughts, with limiting beliefs, with old patterns, if that has just gotten to a place, it's gotten to come to a head for you where you just are so ready to be free of it. And if you're there, then continue to listen, because I really want to tell you what it takes and what to avoid. Because here's the thing, is that I'm sure it's not your first rodeo in self-help, and I'm sure you have been really aware of your negative thinking patterns for many, many years, and you've probably tried to change your thoughts. So this is what I hear from women a lot of times. I'm working on it. I'm working on changing that. I'm working on loving myself more. I'm working on not being so negative. I'm working on feeling my worth. And I just want to say, well, how is that working? How is that working? Because what I find is that when we're trying to work on something and we're using that self-will, that self-help, we're trying to figure it out, we're really relying on our mind. And here's the thing, is that our mind is where all of these twisted thoughts are coming from. And so our mind isn't the best place to go to really fix our mind. It's like Einstein says, right? You've heard me say it a million times, no problem can be solved from the same consciousness that created it. And so how can we get in there and use our mind? And this is the whole thing, I love affirmations, and affirmations can work, and they work to a certain extent, and then sometimes they really don't work. Because how many times have you said, I just need to love myself. I love myself. I am worthy. I love myself. I am worthy. And it just falls flat, right? Because there's something deeper. There's something else that we need to look at. And this is what I want to talk to you about today, because I want to help you get free of those negative thoughts. And it can only happen if you're ready to be free of them, if you're really ready to move past the fear of, well, what does it even look like for me to not have my negative thinking? What's even possible? What does that mean? Who am I if I'm not my negative thinking? Who am I if I'm not who I think I am? What is that? if you're willing to step into that possibility, I want to show you how to do that. Because that's where life turns on, that's where life becomes Technicolor. That's where you feel like you're living your life instead of just preparing for it. And I want to help you with that because the world needs you to be living your life. You have a very unique medicine here to share with all of us, to help others with, and to just be able to feel fully lit up, like you're doing you, like you're comfortable in you. And I want you to have that. And so here's what I would suggest, just from someone who has moved through so many of my own negative beliefs and has supported other women in moving through their negative beliefs so they can truly actually be free and they can love themselves and feel their worth and totally feel worthy of all the gifts that the world has for them. I want you to have all of that. Why not? Why not? So, because there's enough to go around, because that's another belief that I have. There's enough to go around. So you getting does not take away from somebody else, and me getting does not take away from you. So let's all get. So the first thing is to stop trying to fix this with your mind. That if there's an affirmation that works for you, great. But what I have found is that you're not going to really get to the heart of the matter by just trying to fix something in your head and tell yourself, I should be loving myself and I should feel my worth and working on yourself. That's just not going to work. What really needs to happen here is we really need to get clear of the gunk, of the deeper gunk that's going on, the deeper fears, the deeper delusions, the deeper stuff that's actually driving those beliefs. If you could think about, like, beliefs are kind of like, if you're looking at a tree, beliefs are like the leaves and the branches of the tree. And what we really want to get down to is the root. We want to get to the root of what's driving all of that. And this is stuff that I love supporting women around. And if you're ready to go there, it's not everybody's ready, but if you're ready to go there, you're like, Deb, I'm ready to get to the root and get free from the stuff that's blocking me so I can actually be authentic and genuine. I can actually come home to myself. I can actually light up and I can actually feel like I am doing me, that I'm not living my life for anybody else, but I'm actually can be all of me. If that's what you want, then I'll just put a little link at the end of this email. At the end of this video and at the end of this email. And you can just book some time and we can have a chat about that. But whatever that looks like for you, I want you to really get real with what is that deeper stuff that is blocking you. And are you ready to actually have a look at that and be free of that stuff so that you can truly come back to you? That's a deep question that you got to ask yourself. And if you're ready and you just don't know how, again, I can show you those easy steps, but here's where I want you to start. And this is the tool that I want you to use if you want to really instantly start getting free from those limiting beliefs. It's a really simple tool, and it really works. And it's going to require you to do something that you might be uncomfortable doing. Well, two things that you might be uncomfortable doing. The first thing is to ask for help. So if you've got a fear of being judged, fear of looking bad, looking stupid, then sometimes asking for help isn't the first thing on your list of things to do. But there's an aspect to which you need to get outside of you. You need to get outside of your head, outside of your mind, outside of what you think is what's possible. And you need to ask for some help, whether that's from a mentor, whether it's from the universe, whether it's from spirit, source, God. You need to ask for some help here because this just isn't something that you're going to be able to manufacture and fix on your own if you're stuck in your own negative thinking. So that's the first piece. The second piece is to pray. And I teach my clients a set-aside prayer. And you can use whatever works for you. But to really ask to set aside everything that you think that you know for an open mind and a new experience. And I'm telling you, It is magical. It is magical, magical, magical when you just open yourself up for that. And you are met with miracles if you're just willing to open yourself to what might be possible, to having a new experience. And so if you're someone who deeply wants freedom from addiction or obsession, or you just want more authenticity, you want to just be you want more congruence, then I really invite you to try this on, because this is an access point for you. And this will start you on your path. And it will take you to that next step of, oh my gosh, being ready to actually having a look and going a little bit deeper and really seeing, how can I really get free? How can I get to the root and really get free from the stuff that is truly blocking me so I can be me, so I can be comfortable in my own skin? That's what it's all about. And so getting free from your limiting beliefs can start with something as simple as you being willing to ask, to get humble, to say a simple prayer from your heart, whatever feels true and authentic in the moment, and to open yourself to that possibility that it really, truly can happen for you. So, I hope that tool really supports you and helps you. It has helped me immeasurably over the years, and I watch how much it helps the women who I have an honor to support. So again, if you are ready for that deeper conversation and you want to really have a look at and get some clarity around what is really at the root for you, what is holding you back from ultimately having that ultimate freedom from addictions and from limiting beliefs and from all of the addictive patterns and self-sabotaging patterns that are in the way, then just go ahead and click the link below and book some time, some one-on-one time with me. I would love to chat with you. I'd love to help you get some clarity, and I will connect with you very, very soon. So bye for now. Mwah.